Alright there guys, Sowerz here with another commentary, and this one is going to be a preview of the EGL9 event this weekend in Blackpool. I was going to do a commentary originally about my new team, Epsilon, but I decided just to kind of wrap it all into one. But yeah, in the meantime guys, I've got a gameplay against Killerfish, probably the best German team around at the moment, very strong team with my new team. And hopefully you enjoy that in the background. I kind of go off, so I thought I'd stick that in the background for you lot. But yeah, obviously EGL9 this weekend, I'm assuming quite a lot of you watching this video will be going. I'm heading off tomorrow. I'm recording this on the Wednesday, so Thursday I'll be setting off because of course this time it is a 3-day event. Previously EGLs were 2-day events, but it's gone back to the 3-day event schedule, which most veteran players from the scene will be used to, because back in the XL days events were 3-day events. We used to have the free-for-all on Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the 4v4, but because there's so many more teams now, and you know, it allows EGL to do a lot more things when they have 3 days. So the new pool play system is kind of going to play a big part in this event. I'll talk about that in a bit with the new seeds and things like that. But yeah, really looking forward to this event. I think it's going to be quite interesting because it's the first event where really every top European team is going to be going. I mean, the first I series, that's probably the most competitive Black Ops 2 LAN yet. Then obviously the Cologne Championships last week was quite a weird event because it was kind of like a Nations Cup really, because yeah, there was one pickup for each team kind of thing, but most teams were forged around a base of a certain country, so it was kind of like a World Cup in a sense. It was a bit weird, but I think this event is going to be by far and away the most competitive, especially with Freako Impact coming over, which I'll talk about in a bit as well. But I mean, yeah, looking at the rosters, I've got them up on the screen right here. The pots kind of did shock a lot of people because of the way the seeds were done. Especially for us, we were expected to be a top 2, top 3 seed because we won the EGL Seed Cup. Obviously, we beat Prophecy in the final the other week. Been uploading a few of those gameplays, as you guys probably have seen. And we looked at the sheet, and 50% of the seeds were based off the EGL Seed Cup. So I only played the final for Epsilon, so I didn't get the points. It was Momo who got the points instead of me. That's why Horizon's so high up, by the way, as well. And another thing we kind of noticed is, why have we not got the points for McGee, Jared and Lucky? We think that we've only got the points for McGee and Jared. We don't know why. Lucky played the whole tournament for Epsilon and he got no seed points from the Cup, evidently, because otherwise if them three got the full points from the Seed Cup, we would be undoubtedly a top 2 seed going into this tournament. I'm slightly confused as to why he didn't, because supposedly one of our players spoke to an admin of EGL and confirmed that would be the case, but I don't know how they make these decisions, and I'm not going to complain about it. To be honest with us, we're not too fussed about it. It's only pool play. I mean, in our pool we have Freako Impact, who are obviously the MLG champions, Nemesis, which is a strong team, who went to I-Series of course, came 3rd place, and Equilibrium, who are a bit of an underdog team. Not really sure what to expect of them, but I mean, we're not too fussed. We're feeling pretty confident after playing online. Our chemistry's getting a lot better. Obviously our pretty much the first night I'd ever played with him, we beat Prophecy 5-2 on maps. And then since then, we've had our ups and downs and scrims, but just recently we've started to get a lot more chemistry in game, and I feel like we all understand how each other play, and we're working as a team a lot better now. So I'm pretty confident, and we're all pretty confident we can beat anybody on our day. So we're not really too fussed about it, but it was just a bit of a shock to see some of the seeds. I mean, Horizon obviously getting top 4. Equilibrium managing to push into the top 8 in the likes of Freako Dragons, Freako All Stars as well, Millennium not really getting the seeds that they probably expected, but the way they've done the seeds, obviously with the EGL tournament, which for some reason didn't really seem to sway the seeds too much. It seems to mainly be about the opinions people are saying, but I don't know how they've done that. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, pot here is TCM, Prophecy, Curse, Horizon. Out of that pot, I'm expecting Prophecy to quite comfortably win that. They've just got the flame power over the other teams. I think Curse, they're a bit of a curveball really, but nobody knows what to expect. They always seem to pull it out of the bag at LAN. I mean, maybe the last couple of EGLs, or last EGL, they didn't really get the result they wanted. Mac didn't with Toby, but it's kind of a new look roster with Vapes and Bizzle, SMG, and them two seem to always do well together, especially EGL4 London. They won the event there, obviously, so they'll be looking to get some sort of similar result there. But yeah, I think it's going to be between Curse and Prophecy. I think TCM, they are a strong team, undoubtedly, but I think they just can't seem to beat Prophecy. Even when I was in them, we always seem to have the edge over them quite comfortably, and I don't see that changing really. I think Curse is the only team that can cause an upset there. In our group, Frico Impact, we played them the other night. If any of you watched Parasite's stream on his stream, we played them the other night. It was only a bit of a laugh, really. We kind of took it serious, both teams did, but it was a bit of a laugh. But it was about even on maps. I think they beat us once on our host, and we almost beat them on S&D and CTF on their host, admittedly, as well. But on the hard points, you know, we dominated them on our host on hard point, and they dominated on us on theirs. And that's just online gaming. It seemed pretty even to me. From playing them, they are, you know, a very organised team, but I honestly do think, you know, before we played them, I would have said that they're going to walk EGL, but I'm not so sure. I guess it'll be interesting to see how they do it, but I think their understanding of the game, Americans, is still ahead of the European teams. There's no doubt about that. And you know, the amount of hours they put in, the amount of dedication is on another level. But you know, you never know. I guess we'll see. We're going to go in there, give it our best shot. I think that's the match everybody's going to be watching in our pool. But we're definitely going to give it our best shot. Nemesis as well, obviously. Like I said, strong team and Equilibrium. So, you know, I'm not really sure what to expect out of that. But pool play is on the Friday. It's going to make it an exciting day Friday because there's going to be a lot of top matches going down. But I think it kind of spoils it a bit because it's like, okay, you know, two top teams going head to head, but it's only for some, you know, it's only for a seed place really. So it's kind of going to be a bit strange to see what happens because there's not really much on the line in a sense because it's just, you know, your seed spot is up for grabs basically. That's all it is. So I don't really see. I mean, I think it would have been better if they did it like the Champions League draw where they take one out of each pot. So like pot A, one team is put in a group. Pot B is a team from pot P is put in that same group. Then C, then D. So there's one from each pot in a group. If you understand what I mean, any of you football fans will know what I mean. I think, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's up to them. I've never seen the pool play system done this way, so maybe it'll make it exciting. I don't know because there's more top teams going head to head, but to me it would just make more sense that way that I just said if they used a different system with it. But yeah, I mean, looking further down, like I said, there's some teams that really didn't get the seed that they wanted. I mean, Amiga, obviously they'll be expecting to get a top 5 seed because, you know, they're a top 5 team supposedly. Millennium, obviously they came 19th seed. I mean, they're obviously going to be disappointed with that one. Freak All Stars as well, Torres, Crazy, Rush, Knifer, they're a really strong team. We've played them online, and they are a strong team as well. So, you know, a lot of teams in the top part of the bracket will be looking to avoid them, for sure. I mean, looking a bit further down, there's not really many other upsets. Maybe Freako Yin, 31st seed. I mean, I think that's maybe a bit low for them as well. But other than that, I mean, you know, you would expect most of the top teams that are at the top, they are there. So, you know, the seeds aren't too bad. They're not very accurate, but not too bad either. They're not completely ruining the whole thing. But yeah, I mean, I'm just really looking forward to this weekend. I think with the amount of events coming up, obviously there's EGL this weekend, I-Series last weekend where Prophecy managed to walk away with that. I mean, admittedly, you know, it is a good win for them, but there's only 3 top teams there, so they'll be looking to definitely come out here and put a strong performance out there and kind of really stamp their authority, especially with like the likes of Epsilon kind of taking the limelight in Germany, and obviously we won the EGL Cup as well, but that was with, well, I did play the final, but I didn't play in Germany, so we've kind of got to prove ourselves as well as a new lineup. So, you know, there's a lot on the line for every team here. Every team wants to get in that limelight, and especially with this Gfinity event that got announced recently. They have announced that they will be inviting 8 teams overall. I'm guessing it's 2 American teams and 2 UK teams as well. So, so far they've invited Prophecy and TCM, and they're gonna also invite Optic and Envy. So there's 2 European spots, 2 American spots. I don't know if the other spots are available depending on how EGL goes or not. But I'm expecting, in terms of America, if Unite and Freako Impact really to get invited because they were the top 2 at MOG. And I mean, I'm kind of shocked that they've invited teams so early because Prophecy, understandably, you know, they're a consistent team. They always place pretty well at events. They obviously won the last I-Series, so that's understandable they invited them. But with TCM, I'm kind of shocked they invited them so early. I mean, you know, they're a great bunch of guys, a great team, but it's like, why have they invited these teams before such a big event when, you know, other teams could prove themselves worthy? I think it's, you know, I think it's a bit odd that they've invited teams before this event, really, but that's just how it is. We'll see how this event goes, and I'm assuming that the 2 highest placing teams out of the other EU teams will get invited. You know, that seems like a fair way to do it for me, but to be honest, it would have been better if they did it after EGL, but hey, I don't run these tournaments. I'm just a player, so what does it matter? But yeah, really looking forward to the event this weekend. Hopefully see a lot of you guys down there. Make sure you say hi if you are down there. You know, I always say this after every video. I'm always willing to talk to people and stuff about gaming, anyone with common interests. And yeah, It should be a really good event. Make sure you tune to the stream. And make sure you tell everybody about the stream. The more views we get in the stream, guys, the more events we're going to see, the more successful EGL will be, and it benefits everybody. So, the more tweets you put out and the more retweets you give really helps everybody out. So if you guys can do that, it'd be great. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Please drop it a like, and I will see you in the next video, which will probably be after EGL. So yeah, take it easy, guys.